back up, back up, back up, back up. Back up, back up, back up, back up. Back up, back up, back up, back up. Back up, back up, back up.
Wait, back up, back up. I was told it's no back up. Talk this all in my back up, but I won't be your back up. Y'all can trip. Living life in respect. I might slip out and back up, but I won't be your victim.
I'm in the 7, I'm gonna act up. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Yep. I'ma need you to back up. Spilling the tea, you stirring the cup. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Yep. I'm in the 7, I'm gonna act up. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Yep. I'ma need you to back up. Spilling the tea, you stirring the cup. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Yep. I'ma need you to back up.
Is you thinking I'm jumping and leaking the leak immediately? Show up this evening and wait till you sleeping. Kick the door open, I'm scanning for motion. I'm just trying to make all my pockets obese. Don't want, I just want the Lucci. So me and all of my poochies can eat. For his loose change, take his boo thing out the PF chains and take him K, get a steak or something. Something looking at me like I'm opaque or something. Don't I look like Drake or something? Something better tell mankind Undertaker coming.
Wait, back up, back up. I was told it's no back up. Got me all in my back up, but I won't be your back up. Y'all can trip. Living life in respect. I might slip out and back up, but I won't be your victim.
I'm in the 7, I'm gonna act up. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Yep. I'ma need you to back up. Spilling the tea, you stirring the cup. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Yep. I'm in the 7, I'm gonna act up. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Yep. I'ma need you to back up. Spilling the tea, you stirring the cup. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. Yep. I'ma need you to back up. Come from off the top, the flow is hot, I got you shot. Come from off the top, you know I be smarter than Spock. Come from off the top, the flow is hot, I got you shot. Come from off the top, come from off the top.
Can't keep up, you too slow.
Top.
You just watch, I control.
Top.
I take half, you not whole.
Top.
Got your mind, got your
This is a
soul.
scenario, I'm in your area, this is your definitely. Turn up your stereo, get this jumping like Mario, now you ain't with me. You terrible, I might embarrass you right here in front of your whole family. Hot in Nigeria, this is the year of the beer, leave it here in a chair so they know we was here. Staring in fear like a deer when the car coming near in the middle of the road, bit of beer. You don't wanna rock with the man, hands off of the grands, counting up bands while I talk to the fans. Knew I could jam, but the top wasn't playing. Now everybody wanna be friends. How you? Said I'm just fine, in the right place, at the wrong time. Said I go crazy, out of my mind. And I think back when daddy wrote down that it might scrape and it might grind, but you work hard and it might shine. Let me slow down, switch the time and quit hiding.
Back up, back up, back up, back up, back up, back up, back up.
Jomar, how does it feel today to be in Chicago, to be at the NBA All-Star Weekend, and to be playing for $250,000?
I'm grateful for the opportunities to be here and experience this with my brother. So just thankful.
Last time we talked to you on 2K-TV, you said you had to scout the class guy. What'd you see?
I know he's a really good defender, so he's gonna bring some different styles on defense. But I mean, my game plan towards other opponents worked perfect.
Starting lineup for the visiting Philadelphia 76ers. At small forward, Glenn Robinson III. At shooting guard, Josh Richardson. At the other forward position, Tobias Harris. At the other guard position, Ben Simmons. At center, Joel Embiid. The head coach of the visiting team is Brett Brown.
And now, give it up for your Milwaukee
Wesley Matthews. In the middle, 7 feet, number 11, Brooke Lopez. Starting at the other guard, 6 feet 1 inches, number 6, Eric Bledsoe. At small forward, at 6 foot 6 inches, number 22, Chris Middleton. A 6'5" forward from Greece, number 34, Giannis Antetokounmpo. The head coach of your home team is Mike Budenholzer. Once again, your Milwaukee Bucks.
Welcome, everyone, and what a game we have for you tonight as we get set to bring you NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and our sideline reporter, the Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Tonight with us as well, the Book of Basketball author, Bill Simmons. Bill, great to see you.
It's great to be here. Nobody is more impressed than my 11-year-old son, who can't believe that he's playing a video game and gets to hear my voice. When he hears my voice just yelling at him normally, now he gets to hear me break down basketball.
But it's kind of fun, isn't it?
Yeah,
how
he
great
likes
is
it.
that?
Yeah.
DA, it's all yours.
Well, almost all of the Greek Freak's points come in the paint. Giannis said, I can already do a lot of damage, basically without a jump shot. Just driving, making plays, and free throws. When that jump shot comes, it's going to be a problem for a lot of players in this league. Kevin?
You're right, DA. It'll be scary. Thanks. Bill, in the age of positionless players and positionless basketball, is there any player that your opinion is more versatile than Giannis Antetokounmpo?
I think KD is probably more versatile because he can basically do anything you want offensively and guard for the 5 positions defensively. I think what makes Giannis so unique is he's basically a center, but doesn't have to play center and can play any of the 5 positions. But if you look at his stats last year versus any Shaq season, it's basically the same season. He's doing 27 and 13. He's protecting the rim. You don't think of him as a center, but he really is. But I think what makes him special and what is the next level for him is his ability to play point forward or point center on one end, but then protect the rim on the other end. And once he adds that last piece offensively, which, for Kawhi, it wasn't until 2017.
Exactly.
And he had that, all of a sudden he could create that little 18-footer for himself, and then he became unstoppable. That's the last piece for Giannis.
Wesley Matthews. Look at the 76ers starting group. Harris and Embiid together in the middle. In the backcourt, Simmons and Richardson. And it's Robinson in at the 3 spot. And for Milwaukee, the backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. And it's Middleton in at the 3, the small forward. It's Giannis with the drive. Giannis makes it off the glass.
Just off the charts, incredible athleticism from Antetokounmpo. Fending off contact like a real pro.
Here's Harris, and slam dunk by Harris.
And he just elevates and powers in the one-hander.
Textbook.
I'm glad he didn't go overboard and try to do too much there.
And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
Oh, I like how Antetokounmpo takes his time on these shots. No rush. Measures what he wants. That mid-range game, Jay, of his, really starting to get better.
Count the basket.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that. Red hot so far. 4 for 4. Cooking with gas. Couldn't draw it up any better.
Matthews against Richardson. There's the pass to Simmons. For 3, Harris. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got his 3rd assist on the night.
Yeah, the three-point range Harris has added to his game makes him that much harder to defend. He always is somebody you've got to be aware of.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
And with the 2K Esports League, Bill, players not only get a salary, they can also sign endorsement deals. They're celebrities now unto themselves.
So what are the endorsement deals that the 2K players sign? Is it like hat? Because you're not really moving. Nobody can people see your clothes? They can, right?
They can
So you
see
need
your
sneakers,
clothes.
hats,
Maybe it's a hat. Maybe it's
drinks?
a shirt. All of it.
Do the announcers get endorsement
Gloves?
deals? Where's our
Well,
endorsement
if
deal?
they
buddy?
don't, we could probably make the stab for it right here.
I'm ready.
This is the venue to do it right
I'm
here.
ready to do whatever.
Let's change the culture.
CTC.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with.
Oh, good on that one. Great D that time from Middleton. Here's Giannis. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Ben Simmons.
And, you know, at almost 7 feet tall, Antetokounmpo is dangerous down inside, really. I mean, the defense has to be physical with him if they want to have a chance at preventing him from scoring in the paint.
Free throw good. Giannis.
Hey, if you had a list of the most athletic players in the NBA and did a roll call, it would be not long before you got to Antetokounmpo. The Greek Freak is the real deal.
Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. First quarter of play, we're about 3 minutes in. Embiid, the pass to Simmons. Back to Embiid. Over Lopez. They get it back. Harris. Tries again, and the layup is good. Harris has got 12.
Boy, what a quarter for him. I mean, he's found his rhythm, and he's really riding that wave right now.
Bill, you look at the awards given out by the league. Most have been around for a while. But is there any award that you'd like to add? Something that's not being touched on in terms of high performance and success?
I think that there should be a playoff MVP. I made this case in my book.
That's a great idea.
There's always like a best guy in every postseason, and I would like to see who that would be. And it's pretty easy to go backwards and figure out who it was. I did that. Just go backwards and have all the backstory of who it should have been, but then going forward, now here are the ones we're adding. I would like to see that. I would also like to see a best bench celebration award, because certain teams just have these guys. They're good at pointing. They're good at fist pumping. First guy during the timeout running over.
Chest bumps.
They have handshakes.
All of it, yeah.
They're waiting at the scorer's table before the game to do the special handshake with each guy. I feel like that guy deserves some shine. Last year, DeAndre Jordan, I think, was one of the first guys I remember who was just great at this before he started playing. Late 2000s clips. I was like, man, this guy's really, he's not playing, but he's really figuring out how to affect the game.
Good. I like that. Now, here's Antetokounmpo coming off a stellar performance against Detroit.
Man, he's got it going now. And when he's in this kind of a zone, I think the D's happy to just get out of Antetokounmpo's way.
And the basket by Harris.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Here's Antetokounmpo. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
Only one miss in his first 8 attempts, coming out of the gate strong.
And Simmons kicks to Embiid. Simmons against Bledsoe. Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
You know, what touch from the Australian native, Ben Simmons. I mean, he's so good at staying under control even when facing physical contact. Boy, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
And the rejection by Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
You know, Bledsoe has developed his passing skills to the point where you've got to respect that part of his game. He's doing a nice job finding his open guys.
Now here's Simmons. One of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
Philadelphia has gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside here in the first. And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here. And, Bill, when you yourself get out on the court, is there a play you try to channel or emulate, try to visualize in your mind?
You mean when I'm playing pickup?
Yes.
Oh, well, now, at this point in my life, it's Davis Bertans. Is that how you say his name?
Yeah. Davis Bertans.
Davis Bertans?
Yeah, yes. By the way, what a great stroke.
I emulate all stretch fours and don't guard anybody.
Yeah.
That's who I am at this point in my life. I run from three-point line to three-point line.
You stay in the perimeter.
Yeah.
Don't tangle up inside.
My free throw attempts are 0 because I don't go to the line.
Just fire away.
And I want you to know I'm there to make an open jump shot. And don't ask me to do anything else, please. I'll set some picks.
Yeah. You are. You're a great screen
setter. Set some picks.
You're a great pick and roll guy. Go to the 2K leaderboard to look at the teams that specialize in intimidation. In the third spot, the Bucks.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
I'll tell you what, seems like everything he's putting up is finding the net. And right now, Harris is simply balling out.
Here's Giannis. He makes his 10th basket of the night from the field. He has missed 2 shots from the floor.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Richardson kicks to Simmons. Passes it to Harris. Over onto Antetokounmpo. That's good from Harris on the assist from Simmons. Assisted. 20 points for Tobias Harris.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Here's Giannis. And Giannis throws it down.
Absolutely awesome to watch Antetokounmpo rise up for these throwdowns. I mean, it's really quite easy for him.
Now here's Simmons. Pass to Robinson. Back to Simmons. Here's Harris, and slam dunk by Harris.
Boy, the floor awareness and passing ability of Embiid, very impressive, and he continues to grow as a passer.
Bill, you're a basketball historian. We know that. Do fans romanticize too much about the past?
I would say the other way. I think they don't appreciate it enough, especially like the millennials and Gen Z. You know you're out there. You're playing this game right now. They tend to think the league started when Kobe showed up and that the 90s and the 80s didn't happen. I sense a real resentment from the younger fans with the LeBron versus MJ thing because LeBron's their guy. They get to watch LeBron. They don't want to hear that MJ was better than him, so they case for LeBron and the way things are now.
But what about like the Oscar Robertsons, the Elgin Baylors? And we talked about, my goodness, you talk about some of these players. Unbelievable.
Yeah, the 60s,
numbers.
70s, 80s.
Oh.
I think part of what hurts is people can go on YouTube, and when you watch some of the older stuff, nobody's playing defense.
Nice game, great performance by Harris.
Now, he is on a major roll today. This timeout was desperately needed. They've got to come up with a new game plan designed to shut him down.
I ain't tryna stunt, homie. Growth of your career is just a month for me. I know the last couple years been a slump for you. And now you mad that I got the one up on you. Yeah. You know about it, but you know now. Say you gotta hear it from the goat. That's that. Go talk. That's that. Go talk. That's that. Go talk. That's that. Go talk. Hey, worldwide, but I'm so south. Say you gotta hear it from the goat.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Lopez. Pat Connaughton comes in for Chris Middleton. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews. And George Hills subbed in for Eric Bledsoe.
really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
Pass to Harris. Knocked away and stolen by Ilyasova. Here's Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And how about the power of Antetokounmpo? Dynamite whenever he takes it to the rim.
Here's Thibault. He averages about 5 points a game. And Bill, when it comes to NBA awards, some people have said voter fatigue is a factor. Would you agree with that?
No, I actually think NBA awards are in the best shape they've been in because people are afraid to screw up. You know, with the internet and the accountability we have now.
Accountability, exactly.
And
There's nothing anonymous about it.
No. And we have really good numbers and metrics now, and I actually think we make the right decisions with this stuff most of the time now. I didn't really see any egregious stuff last year other than the one person who voted Dwayne Wade for second-team All-NBA.
You get a vote, don't you?
I do, and I take it really seriously.
I do too.
Yeah.
I feel the same way. And
I really care
Our
about
name is
it.
attached to it.
Yeah. I also, when I wrote my book, I really relied on the All-NBA stuff. They're a snapshot of what happened that season.
Good point. That one drops for him.
Man, how about the vision of the hometown hero, George Hill, spotting a teammate and whipping it over quickly.
The pass to Thibault. There's the triple. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And the dunk by Giannis.
Well, I love how fast Antetokounmpo gets to the basket. One of the most mobile guys in the game.
Here's Thibault. To the paint. Here's Embiid. And he makes that one. Embiid's got 10 points.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And stolen by Horford. Harris looking it over. Tipped away. Here's Connaughton, guarded by Harris. Basket good.
In the mid-range. Rarely the hallmark of efficiency in today's NBA, but it is on point tonight.
It sure is, Greg. It might be the strongest aspect of their offense here.
And the dunk by Horford.
Yeah, that's good vision from Harris. He draws so much attention himself, so he's become a capable passer.
Here's Giannis. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And that's how it goes with him. His hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Embiid's shot is good.
And how about 6 of 8 with that one? And there is no slowing down this young man.
And the dunk by Giannis.
And Hill really swings the ball over nicely. A talented distributor who looks out for his guys.
Philadelphia has gone a perfect 4 of 4 from beyond the arc. A lot of their points coming by way of the 3 in the first quarter. Here's Thibault. And here's the fast break. Giannis leading the way. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Really amazing. Absolutely astonishing how accomplished Antetokounmpo is on defense. He's disruptive wherever he is on the floor defensively.
Inside, here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game, just a matter who can catch that momentum. From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Well, when you knock down jumpers like that, it opens everything else up as well.
Now here's Simmons. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Right now, Simmons is a question with no answer, a tenacious scorer who finishes with muscle through contact.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
They've been making some really nice passes out there, excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
That's good from Simmons.
I like his even-keeled demeanor, guys. You look at Ben Simmons, never too high or too low. He's got a quiet confidence about him that bodes well for his future.
Pass to Burks. And stolen by Ilyasova. Here's DiVincenzo. And Embiid with the block.
You look at this combination of reach and timing, it makes Embiid a superb shot blocker.
That's his first personal foul.
The Bucks have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
George Hill at the line for 2.
And he knocks down the first one.
You know, the former late first-round pick, Hill, has really developed into a reliable shooter and wing defender. He's got good speed, gets to the rim with ease, and passes the ball well, too.
And the 76ers making a change here. Milton's checked in. Both free throws good from Hill. 29 seconds left in the first quarter. The 76ers trailing. Pass to Embiid. Here's Milton. He's guarded by Hill. Here's Horford. Another shot, and it's good on the layup. Horford's got it all tied up now for the 76ers.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half-and-half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Milwaukee. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. We come back right after this. The game is evolving, and Al Horford has changed his game along with it.
It never occurred to me that I'd be shooting threes at this rate and doing some of the things that I'm doing, but it's just the way that the game has evolved.
And give Horford credit, he adjusted with the times. He didn't stay set, Greg, in his ways.
Yeah, he was always a great mid-range shooter, and he's proven to be a legitimate threat from deep.
And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
We've seen a lot of their points coming off penetration in the first half.
Another thing they've been doing so far tonight is knocking down the jump shot.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. We've got Ilyasova. Kyle Korver is out there with Marvin Williams. Then it's George Hill, and it's DiVincenzo in at shooting guard. The Bucks shooting an almost unfair 78% from the field. Sinks that one from the post. What a surge it's been for the Bucks at the top of the Eastern Conference last year. 60 wins, the most since 1981.
Right, and much like those teams from the 80s, they fell short in the end.
Again.
And that's been the rub with the Bucks is, you know, as you look back at so many years in a row, so close, couldn't do it. And then this last year against Toronto, you know, they win the first two. Game 3's double OT. And then all of a sudden, a week later, their season's over. So they've never quite been able to get over the hump since the days of Lou Alcindor.
The nice thing is, though, this team is making the mandatory steps, it seems, that all these teams eventually have to make to get to where they want to go.
Right. They're trying to keep the team together that they succeeded with last year. Sometimes when you have success, you think that you should keep that success together, and that can be dangerous because really I felt like that team underachieved. They lost to a Toronto team that they had just performed better than during the season. So what's that last piece that you need? And I guess the last piece for Milwaukee now is, can Giannis be the closer? We haven't seen it yet.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Here's Hill. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
Man, I like the attack mentality of Hill. Always on the lookout to take it straight to the cup.
Pass to Milton. And Kyle Korver picks up the foul. That's his first foul. The Bucks making a switch here. Bledsoe's checked in.
Bledsoe.
Bledsoe against Burks. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
That's his first. And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
And sometimes that's the best policy when you're going up against a big guy. Take it to the 10. Right at him. Get to the rack.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And all you need to do is see his free throw percentage, guys. 90 for the season to know what kind of year he's having.
You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw, no good for Burks. Bill, you know, you look at the ascension of the Milwaukee Bucks. Are they the model on how to build a contender as a small market team, do you think?
I don't think that, because their motto is basically they drafted a 6'9" guy from Greece who fell out of the lottery, and then he grew 3 inches and became an MVP and was amazing, and I don't think that's replicable.
And it's not like he fell into their lap, but I mean, there is an element of that. I mean, they couldn't possibly have guessed he'd be what he is.
No, you have to get lucky.
Yeah.
And whether you're getting lucky at the top of the draft or like with Golden State got Steph Curry 7th,
right?
You have to get lucky with somebody, and this is why the Celtics during this decade, they took all these swings at high lottery picks. Philly did too, hoping you get lucky with somebody. Philly got lucky with Embiid. Unclear if the Celtics got lucky with anybody, and Milwaukee got the luckiest.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Chris Middleton was a first-time All-Star in 2019. We all know that Middleton is one of the league's best shooters, but he had to adjust his game to a new system under coach Mike Budenholzer. Middleton said, "I guess that's what being an all-star is, a team player and a complete player. Not playing for stats, playing for nothing else but to win." Kevin?
First-time all-star and well-deserved. David, thank you.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Here's Middleton. Scott pulls it in. Philadelphia has gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Works with it. Williams picks him up. Here's Korkmaz. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. Already it's February. Let's see how the East is matching up. You take a look at the Bucks. What a run they've had this year, in first place and charging seemingly at will toward the postseason. These guys have been outstanding. And, of course, there's the 76ers, just way behind.
And for Philadelphia, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
You know, I thought maybe they'd have it in them to actually join those leaders this season. But you're right, it's still nice work considering where they are.
Every team's looking to get easy ones in transition.
I think one of the best ways, guys, to score in transition is that quick hitter after the first burst.
The 76ers trail by 6. Burks kicks to Scott. The pass to Korkmaz. Burks with it. He's coming off a 19-point game against Brooklyn.
And a lot of those points came at the free throw line. Really because of his aggression. He was playing the game with force, always catching his man on his heels.
It's good. Lopez has got his first 2 points.
And at that range, hey, hard for the defense to really affect that shot. I mean, Lopez is just too good.
Bounce pass from Burks. Horford goes in. Doesn't go that time. Good D by Lopez. And the jam by Bledsoe.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Philadelphia's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the 3-point shot tonight. It's tipped. And here's Burks. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game. Shot clock at 5. Floats one up. Milton's shot is good. Milton's got 8.
He knew what he wanted to do all along. The teardrop.
Middleton drives in, and the shot goes in.
2 points for Chris.
Middleton's got the lead up to 7 now for Milwaukee.
Oh, great production on the interior right now. 8 straight from inside.
Buffalo bully ball right there, partner.
Okay. Getting a little physical. I like that. I like that reference.
Now, here's Burks. Kicks it to Horford from the arc. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
For 3.
And the jump shot of Al Horford, cash, money, all the time. Got to D him up or you pay the price.
Shot's good by Middleton.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Passes it to Milton. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That is his first foul of the game. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for the Bucks. Matthews comes in for Kyle Korver. Horford the pass to Harris. Here's Thibault. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Bledsoe. And Bledsoe throws it down hard.
Bledsoe always bringing that uber intensity. Real force that time on the finish as he drove inside.
And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. It's a 5-point game. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
And after that game, it was impressive to look at the box score and see the work they did at the free throw line.
And not only what they did in making them, but what they did to get to the line. I mean, they were constantly in attack mode, driving the lane and drawing fouls.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on you.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Offensive rebound. And he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Harris, no good.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
And Matthews gets it to go.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And, you know, they need to stay aggressive here. Build the lead up while they've got the chance. Don't waste this opportunity.
And the 76ers call time here.
And they've been very loose with the ball here. They haven't been as patient, forcing things a bit, which has led to turnovers. They need to just slow down and relax.
West side 60, I might got standing so tall, they think I might got stills. Legendary baller like Mike, like Wilt. 96 Impala on wheels, up against the wall at Fox Hills. Like a boss asked me how I feel. Successful street, touching them first meals. All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life. Look, all my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price. Want a slice, got to roll the dice, that's why. All my life, I've been grinding all my life. Look, I got everything I said I was gonna get on my kid. In addition to that fact, I went legit.
Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Williams. The 76ers also with a sub. Embiid's checked in. The 76ers trail by 7. Simmons passes to Harris. They get a hand on it. It's 2-on-1. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Much respect to Matthews for his focus. I mean, you can't tie this guy down. I mean, he's excellent at scoring through contact.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
You know, when you look at his numbers this season, he's had a respectable number, 77%.
Guys, he's slightly fallen off his pace from a year ago at the line, and those points from the stripe have been a little harder to come by.
Free throw, good. Matthews.
You know, Wes Matthews plays with that chip and edge that comes from not being drafted. He's a quality player now, and I think that edge has served him well throughout his career.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Here's Richardson. Giannis Antetokounmpo making his last shot. Pass to Simmons. Down low, here's Embiid. Left side Harris, 5 to shoot, and it's sent back by Lopez.
You could see Lopez tracking that shot the whole way. Nice awareness from him and a terrific rejection as well.
Three on the clock. Here's Richardson. No good, shot missing. The Bucks go the other way with it. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
Well, you know, it takes character, poise, toughness to win on the road, and that's exactly what they showed last game.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
To the middle. And the shot is good. The Bucks lead has been cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from Harris.
Well, you certainly can't fault him as the reason they're behind. He's been on target and on top of his game.
And Connaughton has it in the corner. The shot's good from Lopez. Lopez has got the lead up to 12 now for the Bucks.
Taking it strong. Nice finish by the big fella. Way to get after it, Lopez.
Now here's Simmons. 9 points in the game so far. Embiid, no good.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Now here's Simmons. One of the dependable scorers on the team. He's averaging close to 17 points a game. Goes back up. Here's Embiid, and finally they hit one. Embiid's got 16 points.
Boy, proving to be a handful once again, guys. Embiid, so tough to keep off the glass because of his agility and size.
And so Simmons will bring it up for Philadelphia. Down by 12. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
Boy, I tell you what, the hole would be a lot deeper if he wasn't being as efficient as he's been so far.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
And a special thanks to our guest, Bill Simmons. Always a compelling discussion, and I hope we can continue it.
Please, I'm available. Just call me. I'm ready.
I will.
All right,
There's your number right here on my speed
you
dial.
have my number. Call me.
Good. And Clark, you know what? Bill will always give you a great point of view.
And you know what? I think he needs his own barbershop talk show, Kevin. I mean, he's done everything else in media. Go barbershop on him, Bill.
Here is Harris, following the basket by Giannis. Thibault, the pass to Harris, and slam dunk by Harris.
Not settling for the layup. Sometimes you got to go strong, and Harris gets the chance to stuff it there. He didn't let it slip by him.
And there it is for him. Giannis has got 50 points.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
Yeah, and you know, that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They got to tighten it up.
Count it. 28 points for Tobias Harris.
Well, I tell you what, I love the unselfishness of Ben Simmons. This guy delights in setting up his teammates. And if they're open, they get the ball.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
And hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Pass to Harris. Fires for three. Rebounded by the Bucks.
3 triples in the first quarter, but he's yet to knock one down here in the second.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
You know, he attracts a lot of attention, and Lopez making the most of it there to set his teammate up with an open look.
Here's Feibel. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. They've excelled in the open court. Their transition game has allowed them to build this healthy lead. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thank you. Here with Brett Brown. Now, Coach, it seemed like you guys came out a little flat. How do you get some energy for the second half?
You just got to go with the people that have energy. I feel like we are not the aggressors. We have to do whatever we're going to do through our defense, and so far it's been poor.
Brett, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. It was a big-time first quarter for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had a scoring performance for the ages, putting up an enormous amount of points, 5 rebounds, and also 3 steals. Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks' first half?
We're seeing the Giannis effect. First player to ever finish in the top 20 in all 5 major statistical categories. Come on, man. Are you kidding me? It doesn't speak for his overall impact, but I just want to tell you, that's impressive.
Shaq, what'd you think about Philadelphia?
Well, they got a ton of issues to work out. Allow a way too high a percentage to be shot against them. Not really showing any energy on defense. No discipline. Look at their faces, Ernie. Do they even want to be here?
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Antetokounmpo in this one. He's been everywhere.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
And you know what, guys? I think it starts with having a body on him every time a shot goes up. I mean, they've got to do a better job boxing out.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead.
And there's been some turnover in the Philly front office, but through it all, some bold moves.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, guys. First, the process, and we heard a lot about that as they were stockpiling draft picks and losing a lot of games. It was maybe the most drastic rebuild in NBA history, at least as I can recall. Then new leadership in Elton Brand, who's done an outstanding job, pushing all their chips into the middle to go for it. Great credit to him for not sitting back. In both cases, a plan and a direction, and that's what you want from your organization.
Kicking off the second half, here's Brett Brown's foul. In the backcourt, Simmons and Richardson. Harrison and Embiid together in the middle. And it's Robinson in at the 3. Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
With Ben Simmons, his wheelhouse is in close. The closer he is, the more dangerous he is.
And it's Antetokounmpo penetrating. And it's good, 2 points. Antetokounmpo's got 58.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simmons. Some of the great passing small forwards in the NBA on your screen right now. These are the assist leaders at that position in the past month. Chris Middleton, 4th.
The passes we've seen some of these guys make from the wing, just outstanding, truly gifted distributor.
I tell you what, you could put the isolated cam on these guys and you would notice how flawlessly they execute those entry passes. They create so many easy baskets in the low post because of how on time and on target those feeds are.
And the shot goes in.
Glenn Robinson. You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Here's Matthews. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. Matthews has got 9 points.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Richardson attacking. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious.
Ammonia strong, we call that. Wear that rim out.
The 76ers trail by 20. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible.
Yeah, he still made it look good, though.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
The pass to Simmons. To the inside, Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
Just tell you what, the offensive game of Embiid, ridiculous. He can score in so many ways.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
Well, Milwaukee is exactly what a small market success story looks like.
Yeah, you know, a great eye for talent and also some good fortune in landing a player like Giannis in the draft. And small market teams have to home grow their superstars. Then they made smart moves surrounding Giannis with talent and an outstanding coach. The front office deserves buku credit for how they've turned this team into a finals contender.
And the Bucks with some changes. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Lopez. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Wesley Matthews. And George Hills subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Bucks leading by 18. Here's Hill. And he uses the glass on the layup. Hill's got 12 points in the game.
You know, Hill is long and athletic, but deceptively strong, as he showed you there, using his body well.
And the call will be against George Hill. That's his first foul. And Philadelphia making a change here. Horford's checked in. Now, here's Richardson. He's guarded closely. Simmons against Hill. Lets it go from 11. Here's Horford. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. He's got 9.
A remarkable interior presence. Horford's a veteran who still has those polished post moves.
Down low, and Simmons slams it in.
It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Here's Simmons. Following the basket by Giannis. Harris, the basket good off the assist from Simmons. 30 points for Tobias Harris.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Simmons looking it over, and Simmons slams it in.
When he's sprinting down the court like that to the basket, Simmons is virtually impossible to stop.
Out of bounds, it'll be 76ers ball.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Scotty's checked in for Harris. Korkmaz comes in for Glenn Robinson III. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Richardson. And it's Burks in for Simmons. Now, here's Burks. Outside, Scott. Out to the wing. Here's Korkmaz. Good on the three-point shot. Korkmaz has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Bucks leading by 13. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around, and there are the Bucks with another bucket.
Well, he's filling it up right now. getting the shots he wants and delivering in a big way.
Milton the pass to Scott, and finished off by Scott.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking.
Oh, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander. Personal foul. Tell you what, George Hill is one of my favorite players to watch. A veteran point guard. He's bounced around a bit the last few seasons, but he gives you leadership, toughness, a cool demeanor, and he's one of the smartest players I've ever been around. Brings value to every team that he plays on.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. And with Hill, as you said, Clark, he's a perfect fit as a second-unit leader.
Yeah, I love the fact that George Hill really gives you everything you need in the backcourt. He's an excellent defender, makes really good decisions, can score the ball when you need him to. He's ideal to come off the bench because he packed a lot of production into short playing stints.
Both free throws good from Hill. Here's Milton. 8 points for him. Burks on the wing. Inside. Scott. Good.
Mike Scott.
Scott's got his third bucket of the night.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
The 76ers trail by 15. Here's Milton. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Horford, good.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Here's Hill. Korkmaz grabs the miss. Philadelphia's gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Burks dishes to Horford. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And Greg, Al Horford over the summer opting out of a contract with Boston, the final year with the Celtics. A bit of a surprise to fans.
You know, Horford said he wanted to test free agency. Talks between him and Boston abruptly ended, was wooed by several teams, but ultimately signed on with the Sixers.
Timeout called the Bucks. Clark, it seems that guards are rebounding now more than ever. What do you make of that trend?
You know what, Kevin? I think it's a function of how the game is played. More and more teams play small ball, where they really don't have a big guy out there or a traditional center out there. You may have guards and wings, and oftentimes your tallest guy might be 6'8". So it makes it important for guards and everybody to rebound the ball. So I think you see more guards getting more rebounds because of teams playing small ball as a function of the three-point shots importance in the game.
With some changes. Marvin Williams is checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's Korver in for Chris Middleton. The first free throw is good.
And we come back to it again and again. If you're just looking at points and rebounds, you really miss Al Horford's impact. It goes way deeper than the box score.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. And some detractors have looked at Horford's stats, and Greg, they said he's not an all-star. Even Sports Talk Radio calling him average Al.
Nonsense. I mean, still a great defender, efficient scorer, elite passer as well for a big man. Then you get to his leadership. Big Al is the total package.
One shot.
Well, Ersan Ilyasova, a bit of a journeyman in the NBA, Greg, the last handful of season.
Good motor on the glass, and he can chip in for a 20-point game every so often.
Now, here's Burks, and that one, good. Burks has got 6.
Boy, that was a sweet-looking teardrop. There's very little defense for that.
Passes to Corver. Here's DiVincenzo. Here's Williams. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Williams has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Boy, a knockdown mid-range shooter. When Williams is roaming around this area, you got to be alert.
Burks looking around. Here's Scott. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
The 76ers trail by 13. Pass to Korkmaz. Back to Burks. Pass to Milton. Rebound, Milwaukee. 22 is their biggest lead. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Washington, where they'll face the Wizards. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Here's Milton. 8 points for him. Burks kicks to Korkmaz. From past the arc. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Straight rim rocker.
It looked like a break for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose.
Now that is some real industrial size strength right there.
The 76ers trail by 17. Here's Milton.
Milwaukee foul call. Dante DiVincenzo. That's his first personal foul. 76ers substitution. Thibault.
Hill against Burks. Here's Korkmaz. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Here's DiVincenzo. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Now, here's Scott. He's got 10. Do you think it helps the pace of the game with the NBA recently modifying the shot clock rule that after an offensive rebound, it doesn't go back to 24, it goes now to the new number, 14 seconds.
Well, I really like the rule because you don't have to bring the ball over the half-court line, which is 8 seconds, so it makes sense, and it does speed up the game, in my opinion.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Lopez, he's checked in for Williams. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Hill. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
And so it's Burks bringing it up now for the Philadelphia 76ers. Kicks it to Scott. To the middle. And finished off by Horford.
That's serving it up on a platter there. What a nice pass. A high percentage look was the result.
And that one is stuffed right through.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely.
Boy, he makes it look easy. He is an absolutely imposing finisher around the rim.
Now, here's Burks. He's got 6. Here's Thibault. Guarded by Korver. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Scott. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Scott's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys? Honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Now, here's Burks. And finished off by Scott.
Boy, nice timing on these jumps. He's somewhat on the small side for a power forward, but he just never gives up.
And that one drops for him.
Nice looking shot from Ilyasova. He hits these shots consistent, especially when the defense doesn't make their presence felt.
To the paint, here's Scott. Good, nice job down low. Scott's got 16 points.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
DiVincenzo hits the bucket.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
The 76ers trail by 18. Now the pass to Thibault. Back to Burks. Tries it from the top of the key, and the shot is long.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
Count it, good. Connaughton's got his second basket of the night. And the 76ers call time here.
Timeout called for Philadelphia. And, you know, questions for the Sixers about fit between their two young stars in Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons are legitimate questions. Because when young players are that talented, it sometimes is hard for them to sacrifice their own games for the good of the team.
Different look from Milwaukee. Matthews comes in for Kyle Korver. Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Embiid, he's checked in for Horford. Harris comes in for Mike Scott. Josh Richardson's checked in for Korkmaz. And it's Ben Simmons in for Alec Burks. Here's Bledsoe. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
This is what Bledsoe loves doing. I mean, penetrating, probing, finding his way, looking to get close to the bucket. That's when he's at his best. It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movements.
Ilyasova inside the line. Here's Lopez. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Embiid's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. And they pick up 2. Thibault's got 12.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession.
Philadelphia ball.
.30 seconds left to play here in the third. Stolen by Bledsoe. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. There's 25 seconds left in the third quarter. Good drive by Simmons. And it's sent back by Lopez. And now the fast break. Matthews with the ball. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. And that's now 11 points for Wesley Matthews. Simmons against Bledsoe. Kicks it out to Richardson. Here's Harris. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And we'll be right back after this. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. The backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. And it's Connaughton in at the small forward. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. Simmons finds Richardson, and the foul on Eric Bledsoe.
Eric Bledsoe.
That's his first foul.
His first personal foul.
Now Richardson. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one.
Well, guys, I'm glad they didn't try because I don't want anybody to get hurt out there.
The 76ers trail by 18. Passes it to Harris. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Good, that's another bucket. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
And Harris gets it to go on the assist from Simmons.
Assist goes to
34 points for Tobias Harris. Matthews into the lane. And the shooting guard, Wesley Matthews, a terrific defender who has no hesitation, Greg, in taking that long 3.
A pretty good combination. Weathered an Achilles tear back in 2015, but has remained a steady rotation player.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Bucks.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Free throw, good. Matthews. And Clark, when you were playing, I imagine the pre-draft process was a lot different than it is today.
No doubt about it. I mean, I came out in 1982 after my junior year, Kevin, and at that time, if you were a guy who was declaring early, you basically just had to go on whatever knowledge and information you could get from whoever, because there was no allowing you weren't allowed to go to a workout. Teams could interview you, but there were no on-court workouts, so it was totally different than today.
In the corner, it's Richardson. All sorts of time, and he gets the jumper to drop. Richardson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And Simmons is just a complete package, a player that can really drop dimes to his teammates.
And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Simmons passes to Richardson. Simmons against Bledsoe. Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
It really is a thing of beauty watching Simmons in screen and roll situations. I mean, he's a manipulative master when it comes to tearing apart the defense.
Here's Matthews, and a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. 15 points for Wesley Matthews. The 76ers trail by 20. Inside, Harris. A rebound by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Baseline jumper, and Matthews gets it to go. Matthews has got 10 points in just the second half.
And Matthews unafraid to let it fly from the mid-range now. A consistent score from this area of the floor.
Here's Richardson, and another assist for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Matthews into the lane, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. That one on Harris.
Boy, I like seeing Matthews go strong to the rack. I mean, using his speed and strength to put the defense in a pickle.
The last couple of years, Clark, we've seen a couple of Hall of Fame level players go on these farewell tours on their final year in the NBA. What a great way for fans of opposing teams to honor these terrific stars.
You know, I was a little bit mixed on how I felt about the farewell tours, but these two were handled so beautifully, and there have been others that have been handled great. It gives the fans an opportunity to express their feelings for some of the greats in the game, and that's heartwarming for all of us, I think.
Yeah, you and I were just talking about the way Kobe and Wade were terrific in their tours. Both free throws good from Matthews.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
Now, here's Richardson. Harris misses. Right side Matthews. Over Richardson. They get it again. Antetokounmpo. And he banks in the layup. Giannis has got 8 points in the quarter.
And he's caught fire this quarter yet to miss a shot.
Timeout called the 76ers. And Clark, with Giannis, you could see the change in his demeanor last year. You know, he knew he was unguardable when he was on the floor.
Well, guys, you know you're special when you can say nobody can stop me, and the general consensus is you're right. I mean, I can't think of any player in the NBA that's really suited to guard Giannis with his blend of speed and strength and ball skills. That guy handles the ball exceptionally well for a big man.
Sixers moving the ball around. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Last season, the NBA announcing the launch of a league in Africa, along with FIBA. Clark, what do you think of that move?
I think it's another example, Kevin, of the globalization of the game and the NBA's intentional, purposeful way of expanding and continuing to grow the game for the sake of the business of basketball, which is a game that obviously you and I love.
And Clark, we see so many foreign players come into the NBA and play well. Not just play, but play well.
Yeah, and not just Africa, although a number of players from Africa, but a number of different countries have signed on. It could make for a more exciting league.
And Richardson drops them both. Bucks leading by 22. Here's Giannis. Here's Matthews. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Matthews has got 14 points now in the second half.
Yeah, Matthews, his effort is relentless. He never gives up on a play.
Here's Richardson. Count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Shots good by Bledsoe.
Boy, Bledsoe really excels at pulling up on a dime to knock down the jump shot. Rhythm, focus, balance, all in good form.
And there's Richardson. That's good on the assist by Simmons. And that's now 18 points for Josh Richardson. A good look from Giannis. Here's Lopez, and the dunk by Lopez.
Because of that big body and 7-foot frame, Lopez a handful to keep off the glass.
To the middle, here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
Yes. And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Here's Antetokounmpo again. What an avalanche!
He is simply unconscious here tonight. Nobody can stop him right now.
GA, the points keep coming, and he's climbing up that scoring ladder. Third on the list, well in sight.
And his scoring tonight has dropped him into the conversation with some of the all-time greats. I'm talking about names like Wilt Chamberlain and Kobe Bryant. Simply amazing what we've seen here.
Excellent D that time from Robinson. He's looking for Richardson and finds him. So it's Richardson with the jam.
You got to do more than that to keep the ball out of his hands down low.
Exactly. I mean, deny him the ball in the first place. Don't let him get it.
Shot's good by Bledsoe.
Sometimes you just got to live with that if you're the defense. Bledsoe must prove he can make these contested shots.
Oh, the power on that throwdown.
And, you know, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane bounce, he takes advantage of it, really demonstrating how lethal he is in the air.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Pass to Harris. Embiid trying to break loose. Harris's shot is good. Harris has got 38 points.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
Timeout called, the Bucks. Mark, you look at Ben Simmons. Is he the best Australian-born player ever?
Well, you got to remember now, Kevin, and you would know this from your research, Kyrie Irving was actually born in Australia, lived there for a couple of years, and still has dual citizenship. So I'll leave that one to the fans to debate. Irving or Simmons as the best from Australia.
Bucks leading by 20. Giannis inside. Guarded by Harris. Some solid defense from Harris. Feeds it to Richardson. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. 22 points for Josh Richardson.
Milwaukee. The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. Clark, what would your dream backcourt look like? If you were going to design one, what would it look like?
Well, they'd have good size and athleticism, somewhere in that 6'3" to 6'6" range, and the ability to make plays for themselves and others, and also be very solid at the defensive end. You know, you think about some guys that would fit that bill. I look at a guy like Malcolm Brogdon, who really gives it to you in multiple ways as a backcourt player. And I like the scoring of Damian Lillard.
Agreed. Milwaukee leading by 18. Bledsoe passes to Matthews. The Bucks working the ball around. Over Richardson, and Matthews gets it to go in on the assist by Bledsoe. Bledsoe's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Up top, Simmons. Guarded by Bledsoe. Count that one. 24 points for Josh Richardson.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't gonna get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Glenn Robinson III.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim unabated in stride.
A baseline J. Here's Lopez, and the rejection by Embiid. Down low, here's Robinson, and the dunk by Robinson.
And you know what? One of the few bright spots in this game for them today. He's kept his edge even though they've been trailing.
And it's Antetokounmpo. Good, he hits again.
And that puts him even for third on the single-game scoring list. Simply amazing.
I'm at a loss for words. Greg, his has been one of the greatest offensive games we'll ever see.
And, of course, 78 points, the mark that Wilt Chamberlain had over 5 decades ago. Kobe Bryant's...
And good! He hits it again.
And that score moving him clear into third all-time for scoring in a game.
Well, G.A., you just knew it was a matter of time the way he's been playing. I'm sure he's not finished either.
He surpassed Wilt Chamberlain's less famous scoring mark from 1961, and Kobe Bryant now in his sights. He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. And again.
And that score moves him up in the record books yet again.
He now stands, Greg, alone for second place for points. What an unbelievable night.
And with 81 in the rearview mirror, he only has the great Wilt Chamberlain and his 100 mark left, a record nobody thought would be touched. But this is the closest anybody has ever come.
Free throw no good for Giannis.
Well, you know, it's hard to overstate the impact that Giannis has on the floor with his play. I mean, he gives you so much at both ends of the floor, offense and defense, and really draws a lot of attention from the opposing team.
Simmons with it, out left to the wing. To the inside. And the basket by Harris. Harris has got 45 points.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
The efficiency of Giannis, Clark, that's just the icing on the cake.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. For years, people were asking, how scary is Giannis going to be? Well, we got our answer pretty much in the form of he's a nightmare.
On the wing, good as the jump shot falls. And that's 12 points for Chris Middleton.
You know, even when the defense is good and really active and aggressive on Middleton, it doesn't faze him. He's a real pro, and he's good at knocking down jump shots.
Here's Giannis. Misses off the left iron. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers, down by 15. Simmons passes to Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
Boy, Joel Embiid with the throwdown. Athletic, 7 feet tall, one of the best dunkers in the league.
Down it goes. Nice one there from Antetokounmpo.
And he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Outside, Simmons. Outside, Robinson. Inside, Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Timeout called the Bucks. And after he missed the first 2 seasons of his career, Greg, with a broken bone in his foot, would injuries be your main concern for Joel Embiid?
Look, no doubt about it. As long as he's healthy, he's an all-league performer. Still, 7-footers carry a lot of weight in our league. He wants to prove he can play big minutes. They just got to make sure they protect him.
the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, guys. Well, Mike Budenholzer had some advice for the team during the timeout. His key message was, don't get comfortable. Those guys are going to come at us with everything they've got. Let's bring the intensity and stay focused on every possession. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David.
When Bledsoe is firing on all cylinders, I mean, you keep getting him the ball. It's just that simple.
Embiid, the pass to Simmons. He dishes it to Harris. A three-pointer off the mark. Bucks leading by 15. Here's Giannis. And, yep, another basket.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. In the corner, it's Robinson. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Robinson's got 9 points now in just the second half. Giannis against Harris. A nice shot there by Antetokounmpo.
How about the court vision of Middleton? Just so good at finding the open man.
In the corner, it's Robinson. Another three for Philadelphia.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
You know what? Teams can get a little three happy down the stretch sometimes. Letting it fly.
Another three for Philadelphia.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Lopez passes to Antetokounmpo. Over Harris. Another one goes. Incredible.
The basket. 90. A legendary performance.
We'll be talking about this one, Greg, for a long, long time. Outside, Simmons. In the corner, it's Richardson. Again, Philadelphia.
The assist.
Bucks leading by 10. Giannis inside. Harris is there. A nice shot there by Antetokounmpo.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Bucks.
Free throws were a big factor in this one.
You know, it's always great to get a lot of shots at the line, but the key, they were able to convert tonight. You start making free throws, and it can get you the win.
And the effort here tonight, adding to the W column for the season. It'll go down as their 48th win.
And they're going to break this season series tie with a big win here tonight, giving them a 2-1 record on the year with one final game left to go against Philadelphia.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Boy, from a scoring standpoint, he was absolutely sensational. Made the game look easy tonight.
Good work there as it goes. 30 points for Joel Embiid.
Boy, you got to respect not only the strength and size and agility of Embiid, but how about his balance, too? Able to finish through contact. That's impressive.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Richardson for three. Philadelphia moving the ball around. This one for three, and another assist.
Another possession, another assist.
You know, Greg, he's sharing the ball well, hitting his guys in their spots. And that one is good.
Like that creativity down in the paint. Antetokounmpo showing you how crafty he can be scoring from there.
And so the Bucks take the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Eric Bledsoe. Eric, a strong performance tonight. What's been the difference?
We getting out of transition, you know, trying to get defensive stops, and everybody's just playing their game.
And it showed tonight, Eric. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.